You're watching Gamescom Studio on IGN. Later this year, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is taking us back to the future, picking up 10 years after the events of Black Ops 2 in the year 2035. Here to give us a history lesson on the not-too-distant future, Associate Creative Director Miles Leslie of Treyarch and Natalie Pohorsky, lead producer for Raven. Welcome, folks.
Oh,
Excited to be here.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
All right, so Black Ops 7, bringing back David Mason. So we haven't seen him for a little while, not since Black Ops 2.
We have not.
Why are we bringing him back?
So much story there.
Yeah, there's a lot. How much time do we have?
Yeah.
I think the quick version is we left David in a really hard place at the end of Black Ops 2. There were branching storylines, so we've never really confirmed what really happened. Black Ops 7 will really cement that. We're not going to spoil it right now. We want you to get into it. But he's a character that has really deep, really emotional scars, but physical scars and what he went through. And we always knew we wanted to go back to tell that story of after Raul Menendez and the 2025 attacks, what happened to the world and what happened to David. There was so much depth there that it was just right for telling this story with David as sort of the, I would say, the anchor to the story.
Okay. Now, Black Ops has historically drawn on mysterious, actual real historical elements like MKUltra, numbers stations, various geopolitical events. Where are you drawing your inspiration for Black Ops 7 this time, now that it's set in the kind of future?
Oh, I love that question.
I know. Well, it is the near future, and we're also building on Black Ops 2. So there's sort of an extrapolation of where we'll be in the next 10 years and also where we've been.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. We like to tap into the zeitgeist, and I think for us, it's really this fear of really the world on itself is fearful, and really that's being pushed. And Black Ops 7 really leans into that fear is when the world is in a chaotic state and you don't know who to trust, even yourself, which I feel is very, relatable. That's the main story that we're diving into, and you're going to get all your twists and turns and your mind bending like you would expect from Black Ops.
Yeah, now fear has, especially of late, been kind of a theme for Black Ops. And in the recent trailer, we've seen not just fear, but more of the hallucinatory, head trippy stuff. Looks a little bit like scarecrow fear toxin type scenario. Can you speak to that? How much psychological horror are we going to have in Black Ops 7?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah. I feel
can we say?
Yeah. In Black Ops 6, we had a certain mission that was more in that, survival horror realm.
Yeah.
And we had a blast with it. We know players loved it. So part of this is just the thematic storytelling of digging further into that. It allows us to dig into Mason's brain and where he's at. And then part of it is just we had so much fun with it in the past, and we want to bring more of that back.
Yeah, it was a new way, and I think to Natalie's point is we developed BO6, BO7 together, and so we knew where both games were going, and we wanted to make sure they stood on their own as really chunky, big games. And so that fear angle you're talking about, Scarecrow and Batman, it was a huge sort of inspiration on how to mess with people and really bubble up their own fears and regrets and memories. And David and his team and other characters in the game, they get that manifest. They get to experience that, and it's traumatic and also bombastic and blockbuster moments.
Yeah, it allows for a lot of spectacle.
Oh, yeah.
Playing with that kind of warped reality stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, every entry in the Black Ops series has added something new to the way you play campaign. I want to say maybe here, Endgame is going to be the big thing for changing up campaign. Can you tell us about Endgame?
We can, yeah. I want to start with co-op campaign on its own. Already huge innovation.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've really done that. This story really demanded that because we wanted to put players into the 4 squad, David and his team, and feel immersed in that. And then to your point is after, it's really sort of, I would say, the final proving ground, the epilogue of the campaign is you get this ending. Everything you've built is now into the end game, and we really wanted to break the rules of the campaign. We've constantly been how to push ourselves and break the mold, and it's a social experience. PvE, you and 32 other players, squads of 4, and all of the abilities and all of the different twists and turns kind of come to a head in this, again, this final proving ground. It's a lot of fun and very different, but on purpose.
Yeah, and then at this point, you've spent a lot of time in Avalon, also outside of Avalon as well, but you're back in Avalon, you know this map, you know where you want to go, and it's going to be, a great experience.
It all
with the
opens up now to
storytelling.
Natalie's point,
Yeah.
where, through the linear missions, you go to Avalon, you experience little bite size of it, but we're really like teasing it, and
Yeah.
now it all opens up. Where do you and your squad want to go?
Okay, and you're making progress and you're unlocking things that can be carried over into other parts of the game?
Yeah, so it's really about survival. So we wanted to your point about the mind bending and fear and hallucinations is part of the story. And sort of you saw it in the trailer, you kind of get hit with this toxin and that really starts to manifest these fears. Endgame ramps that up. There are difficulties that you have to progress through. And the fun and challenging part is you and your squad have to push through these difficulty zones and you get to level up. So we have a operator leveling where you can try to get to level 60 and it's about gaining power. And narratively, we have sort of this thing called a C-Link, cerebral link, and it's like basically plugged into your brain where it's learning from your enemies. And so the more you fight, the stronger you get and you learn from them and you get amazing abilities. You saw some of this in trailer like Mega Jump and some other things that really allow you and your squad to get bombastic moments.
Yeah, the Mega Jump's like a multi-story
Oh,
jump,
yeah.
like superpower stuff.
And you can chain it into the wingsuit, right?
Yeah.
You can grapple into it. So you start to chain all these things, and that's where you've learned to use these through the campaign. And then now it's like, okay, here's the toy box. How do you want to approach it?
All right. You mentioned co-op. Can you tell us about how co-op is going to be integrated into the campaign? Like, how are you going to manage like difficulty for co-op players?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could dive in if you want to go.
Yeah, I think Endgame is where we get into a bit more of that. But from the beginning, again, we're putting you in with these 4 characters of the story. We want you all to be experiencing it at the same time, going through these linear missions. And so that's really the focus. I mean, you can the characters and your teammates can focus on a particular area in the gameplay. But that's where that really comes in.
Yeah, and for the difficulty is we've baked it in. So solo players, we've built it for solo or for a squad as well. You cannot pick difficulty like past games. We've baked it in because you have to approach co-op campaign differently. And we wanted to make sure the missions felt right for solo players. We're not forgetting about you. We love you. But also because it is a social experience, we want to make sure it's fun, but the right amount of challenging for 2, 3, and 4 players as well.
Okay. All right. Switching gears a little bit, we saw a little bit of what looks like Dead Ops in the trailer. What can you tell us about Dead Ops?
Let's see. What can I tell you? It's over the top.
Yeah.
Literally over the top. I like saying that. But it's also really fun. And I think the other major thing, and this is really ties to the whole game, is it's rewarding. So for the first time when you're playing Dead Ops, you can progress your global progression. And so one of the big things in the game across all of Black Ops 7 is we want to reward the player's time. So it doesn't matter where you are. You're in Dead Ops, you're in Zombies, you're in multiplayer, you're in co-op campaign, you're in endgame. You are progressing your global progression. And that's huge for players because we know they never want to feel like their time's wasted. We heard you. Go play with your friends anywhere and you'll be rewarded.
Okay. And Zombies more broadly, it's back, it's round-based?
It's back. It's round-based. It's the biggest RBZ map you've ever seen in your life. It's outrageous. I love saying this because the zombie team's like, hey, the story's crazier. And it's like, crazier? Really? Yeah, like how? They did it. It's outrageous. It's amazing. And then the original crew is back, but not as you would expect.
Okay, interesting. I just wanted to shout out because we were looking at multiplayer and you've got a score streak and it's like a Boston Dynamics robot dog.
Yeah.
Right? I just want to shout that out. It's like that. It looks perfect, but with a turret on it because the original big dog didn't have like a mounted.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good catch, and that's a sort of a deep cut to the back to the story. Is in 2025, Black Ops 2, we had the Claw, which was like that robotic. This is sort of the evolution of that is the dog. Yeah, it has ginormous rockets on it. It's also really cool. It can go in sentry mode, and it has a trophy system on it, so it feels, again, more like you're connected to that technology, and you and your squad can use it. But it's a beast in the campaign. It's a beast in multiplayer as well.
All right, very cool. Excited for the robot dog. Switching gears once again, right, Tim, the Battlefield 4 beta has had 500,000 concurrents on Steam. Obviously, a lot of interest in that game, very popular. That's topping Call of Duty's record. How is Call of Duty going to stay fresh in the face of like some stiff competition, some new competition?
Yeah, I think for us is we play all games, right?
Okay.
You know, and I'm not going to say we didn't play it. We had fun playing it, but for us is it's focusing on what we do best, and really the passion from the team is coming through in Black Ops 7. I hope that's coming through from the team. We're focusing on our own thing, and you know, when we're having fun and we're listening to the feedback, we think we've got something special here, and we think fans are really going to like it.
All right, and how is that success of the Battlefield 4 beta? How is it affecting your decision making, or is that kind of set aside?
Yeah, it's not, right?
Yeah.
Like we're focusing on our own thing, so for us it's like let's stay the course, and
Yeah.
again, where we're iterating and having fun, we know our path and our vision from the game. We've been working on this a while, and we're really just executing on that.
All right, since we're running low on time, what do you have in Black Ops 7 that wasn't possible before, that you couldn't include ever before?
I love that question. I think
Didn't include before.
Yeah, I think for me, the main one is the social experience. For the first
Yeah.
time now, you and a squad of 4 can literally play all parts of the game. And that is something we have been dreaming about, is how to do that, when was the right time to do it. And so, like, we'll literally be in playtest and be like, let's go play co-op campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're like, okay, let's take a break. And now we're in zombies. Okay, let's take a break from that. Now we're in multiplayer. Let's take a break from that. Now we're in endgame. Let's take a break from that. Now we're in DOA. And so it's really amazing.
jump around,
You can
yeah.
jump around. And for
Yeah.
us, it was really keeping the squad together because we know this is a community. We want players to stay together throughout the entire game.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all different types of players. We know there's a lot of different players out there. I'm a single player girly, and I got so excited about campaign. I also love that we get to tell a character-driven story. We care a lot about the lore, and we care a lot about our characters, obviously, as you can tell, but being able to focus on these key areas and key memories, all of that is just so exciting to me.
All right, very, very cool. Thanks so much. Thanks for your time today. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 hits all the Xboxes, both the PlayStations and PC on November 14th. But stick around, there's more Gamescom Studio coming up right here on IGN.